afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on this gorgeous Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day. How are we all?
Doing great.
We had yesterday off.
Yep.
You were at the studio. Yeah. I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah.
But what did you do for Memorial Day?
Well, I hung out with the kids. I did
Didn't
some
you go away
grilling.
for the? You went
I
for a
did.
long weekend.
I went to Great Wolf Lodge up in
You went
Cincinnati.
where?
Great Wolf Lodge. Have you ever heard of it? Oh, it's fantastic. It's an indoor water park. It's kind of a cabin-esque type of huge hotel. It's right beside Kings Island. And my kids love it. They want to go there all the time.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's a lot of fun. We went swimming at the indoor water park. They have all kinds of water slides and all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
Wave action pool. They were
Nice.
digging it.
Well, yesterday was my first time that I've ever had Memorial Day off.
Okay.
From being in America, and I actually went to a barbecue, which was really nice.
Wait a second. Was this the poolside barbecue that you were going to go to?
I don't know what that means.
Well, like a pool party? Was it a pool party?
No.
Because you had talked about doing a romper.
Oh, yes. No, I'm still a little too fat for the romper.
Oh, I was hoping that you got one.
No.
There's always a bigger
I went to a
size.
barbecue on Monday, and I took over as a hostess gift. It was called a Kentucky bourbon barrel cake or something. It came in a timber casing, and looks like a fruit cake of sorts.
Okay.
But it's a bourbon barrel something. Supposedly was one of the best cakes to get from Kentucky, and it was really nice. You know, anyway, that's what I tried
Sounds
out.
good.
I bought it at Trader Joe's. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
What happens on Monday nights here on ABC?
The
Ooh,
Bachelorette.
the Bachelorette.
Oh, yes. And this season of The Bachelorette may very well prove to be, as host Chris Harrison would say, the most dramatic one yet. Take a look.
First couple guys were brought on to meet you. Yeah. And I saw one guy up until hours before that. He'd been my boyfriend of 7 months.
Who?
Demario.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I am completely taken aback.
He's lied to all of us and he's really deceived everybody here. But he literally still has the keys to my apartment.
I'd like to go grab him right now.
I can't wait to see the look on his face.
Hey. Guys. I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but if I can borrow Demario for a second. This girl, Lexi, says she's in a relationship with Demario, and he disappears for a couple of days, and the next time she's seeing him is on After the Final Rose, meeting me.
The game was so much fun. The
Still
biggest thing I
have the
took away.
keys to my apartment.
Oh, who's this?
Talk about a piece of shame. Oh, hey. Oh, who's this? I don't know. I cannot tell you. This show has just got better.
Oh, good.
I've never
I can't
been
wait.
a fan, but I'm now going to watch it.
Oh,
because
definitely.
last week, the Bachelorette, what's her name again?
Rachel.
Rachel, excuse me, was saying that she wants to be a role model for young girls out there. And then I thought, that's interesting. You were kissing guys on the first night you met them. Okay. This time, she's kept a guy that may or may not have had a girlfriend before just days before entering
A lot
the
of
house.
drama this season. I can't wait.
And I can't tell you. Well, you don't. The sad thing is you don't get to watch it
Right.
because you're in bed at 6 o'clock. But we will keep you up to
Okay.
date. Don't you worry.
Every
about that.
Tuesday, we'll
Every
talk about it.
Tuesday. This is now taking over from Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Are you a fan? Have either of you been fans of The Bachelor or Bachelorette?
I have watched a couple episodes years back. It's been a while since I
Okay.
watched it, but this
Yeah.
one caught me right after the finale.
This is catching me
Yeah,
too.
this-
I
this
agree.
one is
All right, so
enticing me,
Yes.
we're going to maybe not be so cynical, but just
Oh,
keep
I'm not
abreast of-
cynical. I love it. I love Rachel. She's great.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's funny.
Fair enough.
I think you'll like it. Watch it a little more.
All right.
And
Tell us what you think. We put it
She
up
is
on our
all of
Facebook
us.
page.
She is all of us.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I just find it really interesting. And look, she also didn't know that he had a boyfriend. I mean, he had a girlfriend. But I do find it was very funny how he comes out and
He says, "Who's
and he
this?"
starts laughing and says, "Who's this?" and then pretends nothing. But as the show went on last night, she says, "Well, you've got a key to my house." He said, "No, I don't." And he said, "Well, actually, no, I don't, because I put it in the mail." I was like, okay, so you did have a key to our house. And then Rachel asks to see all the text messages from that girl that turned up at the gym. Okay, so she's reading the text messages. I'm thinking, you are so caught out.
Yeah.
She throws him out. she gets rid of him,
Rightfully
which I thought,
so.
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
But see, that's the thing. This is what I find interesting. He broke up with her before going into the house.
But it depends. But what were they texting? If they were still having romantic texts, that's what's inappropriate.
Well, apparently he couldn't back it up with a good enough reason, because she said, I'm okay with you that if you were with her and then you broke it off before you came into the house,
Right.
that's okay. But how soon before you came into the house?
I wouldn't like that. I would feel, if I was the Bachelorette, I would feel like I was a rebound, even if he did break it off with her. It's only been 2 days.
Oh, honey,
I
it's
don't
not
think
real
I-
life.
Yeah.
So, like,
I wouldn't care though. Once it's over, you're free to move on.
Yeah.
But if he was still texting her romantic things,
Sort
that's...
of think he was.
Yeah, so that's why he deserved to be kicked
And I
out.
just thought that girl turning up, guts to do that
Yeah, it was funny.
is, I won't say amazing to be able to do that. Hey, talking about, well, they're obviously not going to get married. We're talking about Demario and Rachel, of course, but these are an interesting topic that you brought up, Katie. Lies that can make a marriage better.
Yes, this was an interesting blog I read this morning. A woman was saying that her marriage is stronger because of certain white lies. And I picked the top 5 here to show you guys. We'll pop up a list. The first one, she says, no, you haven't gained any weight. You still are skinny, honey. The second one, I still think that you're hot. Maybe you're not so attracted to them, but you still say you think they're hot. The third lie, I love the gift that you gave me. Fourth one, I don't mind you going out with your friends. And the last one that she says that is something very important. No, those clothes are old. They're not new. She didn't go shopping. So these are all little lies. And she says they make her marriage stronger. So do you guys think white lies are okay?
Well, I just want to check first that this is what a woman is saying that makes...
Yes.
So she's lying to her husband.
Yes.
And she's saying that it's okay for her husband to lie to her?
In these little lies.
In little white lies, it
These
could go vice
examples
versa.
that I gave you. What do you think?
Okay. Look, you know me, Mr. Honesty. I'm going to tell you if something's going to make you look fat. I'm going to tell you, I'll call you out. I'm just that person.
Well,
But I do it in a nice
okay.
way.
I definitely, I definitely think that the gift, that I love the gift, that one, I definitely think that that's something you should say if somebody
Yeah,
gives you a gift.
right?
I think I think that's a white lie that I've used quite often. Okay, not quite often. Doug's been good about getting me
poor
some pretty
Doug.
good.
Well, Doug will be watching Doug. We now know you buy lousy gifts.
Oh, I know.
he
Lisa
doesn't.
got an awesome gift before Doug left. He's
Which
good
one?
picker out. That pretty ring.
Oh yeah,
I picked up for you.
right
You're not
when
wearing
said
it right
that,
now,
I don't
but-
have my rings on.
Yeah. So I think
yeah.
Doug is a good gift giver,
He
right?
is a great gift giver. Yes.
But every now and then you
sometimes
might
there's-
have to lie. I like
Yeah,
this lie though that
sometimes.
she says, "No, these clothes are old. They're not new," so that he doesn't know she was shopping.
I think men aren't stupid. I think men sort of, and this is what I find interesting. How do you hide your credit? Like most marriages, and tell me if I'm wrong, did you and Doug share a bank account?
Yes.
So you both have a credit card? So he would see what you spend, you would see what he spends?
Yes.
So how would you hide new clothing purchases?
Well, we have several credit cards, number one, and I don't see everything on the other ones, active timing, I guess.
Right.
My bank card I do, but the others, I wouldn't know. And I, quite honestly, we have a level of trust as far as what
Yeah.
we're buying, so I don't worry about it too much. But I think he does use that with me, actually.
really?
He does,
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like, where did that shirt come? That tennis shirt is really cool. Is that new? And he's like, oh no, I've had this.
Oh, so you're doing that to him?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So interesting, yeah.
But do you think, well, being the only married one, look, and I've been in long-term relationships where I guess they were little white lies.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
I think it's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Just
white lies
little
are
one-
okay.
Little
Little.
white lies.
I don't think it's when you deceive someone which could affect them is
Yeah,
the right
that's true.
thing. I think if you're just saying, well, honey, I only had one glass of wine when you've clearly had 5. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
or, I did buy those pair of shoes, or I don't know. I always think honesty is better for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with some of these
So you
white
two are
lies,
just
though.
obviously liars. That's what I've just found out. You both can't be trusted. Something else that we're talking about when it comes to marriage and relationships, and of course, It's the time we talk about sex yet again, which is a topic we love talking about because obviously we're not getting enough because we seem to talk about it. So you're saying to us that sex is secretly, what? Stronger.
It actually, more sex makes a relationship stronger, and the studies now prove it. So Doug's been telling me this for years, but I'm finally seeing the actual research.
What's happening for you now, Dal?
I know. Well,
Okay, so
we'll talk.
Give me the gist.
Okay, so researchers in Switzerland and Canada did a study to look at how frequently married couples, were having sex, and they found that there was a significant difference in the affection between couples when more sex was being had throughout the week. And so those that were having less sex were less affectionate with each other.
Okay.
And that's, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're being intimate with somebody, you are going to be more affectionate, I would think. But the studies are now showing this. And the sex therapist, Amanda Pasquiusco, she says that sex makes you happier. It lifts your endorphin levels by putting more dopamine and oxytocin into your brain. And so it gives you kind of a euphoric kind of feeling, and that lasts for up to 6 months.
But does it say what country's ranking #1 for happy couples?
No, you know what? It didn't give us that information.
I like to know that sort of information. See where we stand. And also what age bracket. I think there needs to be more in this study.
Well, they didn't specify, but I can definitely look up some more information and I'll bring it back to the table again.
Bring it back to the table, my friend. So what you're saying is happy sex life, happy marriage, happy life.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, got you. Good to know.
How do you feel about it? I mean, what do you
we're not married, so this is your topic. We can only go on.
Yes, but
we're living our sex life through
you have been in
obviously.
Relationships. You both have been or are in a relationship. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I think, and I'll be honest with you, I think life can sometimes overtake your sexual life in your relationship.
If you allow it to.
If you allow it to, and I think it's a sad thing for that to happen. But I have seen that in my family, in my friends, in my life, like it does happen. So I think you do need to take that time to step back, be romantic, and remember why you fell in love with your partner.
Right.
And I think that's the most important thing. And whether I know it sounds crazy, but when I used to take my partner to church, and we would go to church on Sundays, it was always such a good feeling for us as a couple.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I walked away from there feeling fulfilled, and I knew for the next few days it was going to be good for us. Does that make sense?
Right, yeah.
And I think, I don't know, I think relationships, whether you're married or not, if you don't take those steps for yourself, what do you think?
Yeah, I think relationships obviously go through ups and downs, but it seems obvious that if you're the sex life is kind of disappearing, so it sort of is the relationship. But I think people, it's life, it gets in the way, and you don't realize it. If the romance, I'll have friends that say we haven't been intimate, in years, and now they're getting divorced. So I just think, but how long do you stay in this rut? Relationships go through ups and downs. Like when is it time to realize this down is going too far?
Yeah.
So I think studies like this are helpful for things like that. Obviously, the romance isn't on 100% all the time.
Exactly.
But you've got to get it back there.
You know what? We can keep talking about this. I love this type of conversation. That's why when we put this show together, the table talk was always going to be a little bit, hold on to your hats, people. I love it. Hey, everyone, stick around. After the break, our friends from Newport Aquarium, I'm so excited. They're here to show us some stingrays. Stick with us, everyone. You're watching Midday Kentucky.